Ooh, good bass line.
Oh, dude. We got special guest Colin Penny with us today on Sunset Rewind, and he chose this song. Props, dude.
Thank you.
Dude, old school Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club. Wow. Your taste in music is awesome.
Well, his dad's our age.
Yeah,
So
my dad.
dude. Yeah,
the
we
way-
didn't. He just came in and said, "Yeah, let's go with this." And we're like, "What?"
no, I love it. Like
Yeah.
the guy just shows up in the studio and wants to hang out. We're like, come on in.
Awesome,
we'll put you on
dude.
the show.
Awesome.
Now, your parents they're not dentists. What do they do?
My mom's a dentist and my dad is an endodontist.
And so, like, he works on root canals.
root canals,
So, if
surgery.
you need a root canal, they're having a special this week. You get the Sunset Rewind discount.
Sunset Rewind discount.
Come on in. They'll give you 10% off your next root canal.
And I know you're a UCLA guy, but I think you have to give a shout out to the University of Washington for calling.
Yeah, 100%. Go Huskies, right?
Go Huskies.
Yep.
So another week in the books. Welcome back to the Fan Zone. We got to start off with an interesting comment we got from Dave 2001. He says, "Wow." I'm reading emphatically here.
Right.
1 in 5 this week. I guess the Sunset League isn't the greatest league in America. Feel free to comment. Okay.
Well, hold on, Dave, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Is that really his name, 2001?
Apparently.
you ever seen 2001, A Space Odyssey?
Stanley Kubrick.
It's boring. Don't waste your time. Anyway, well, who's your team, Dave? What league do you represent? I know it should take a little snipe, but if you're going to come at us, troll us, and try to get us to engage, we got to know where you're coming from. So my thing on that is, fine, who's your team?
So I did some
hear it.
homework last night on Max Preps, and I'll go in order. Fountain Valley. So this is the aggregate record of Sunset League teams that they played Sunset League teams this year. Like Fountain Valley's played 4 games.
Yeah.
So Fountain Valley's opponents are 9-7, or at a 563% win percentage. Los Alamitos 11-6, 588. Newport Harbor 10-5. See the percentage there, 667.
I mean, bottom line, this is all going to play itself out.
Corona Del Mar, that's your opponent's records, Colin.
Yep.
13-3. Edison
time.
11-2, and Huntington Beach 12-2. Overall 66-25. That's a .725 winning percentage. That's the Sunset League is not ducking anybody. They are playing the top caliber opponents in
look,
Southern California and other states because Utah can't.
The bar is so
Timothy came in from
high
Utah.
when they have one bad week, everybody's
Right.
like, oh, I guess they're not so good. Well, yeah.
So I will just go flat out and say it right now and go out on a limb. This week was an anomaly. This does not happen often.
If ever. Like I said, we got 2 trivia questions this week.
Right.
The other one is, have they ever gone 0-6?
Right.
I mean, not since you've been there, right, Colin?
Nope.
All right. Anything you want to say to Hal, or not Hal? Hal was the robot in the movie. Dave 2001.
I think, obviously it was a tough week, but that's a big statement.
Hey,
And,
let's see what happens in December when it really
let's
counts,
see,
right?
Let's see what it means in the long run.
When we're playing for rings. All right. What else we got?
Hey, Bryce T. Sawyer said, "That's a great story about how we got the flag on the helmet. I never knew that. Makes me love my alma mater more."
You know, I love the Popeye thing. I think that's so cool and original and unique. But how do you say no to the flag?
Especially the time that they did it too. You know, the Vietnam War story behind it. I mean, it was awesome.
Well, I was asking Colin when he was in here looking at the helmets. I go, outside of your helmet, what's your favorite one? And he said the Harbor one. I'm like, really? Those are your enemies? He's like, no, that flag is so cool.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Who wouldn't love to wear it?
Yeah, the American flag. That's awesome. And Bryce T. Sawyer also added another comment, and he's referring to the parachute.
Yeah,
Army
Coach Campbell's
veteran that
little
passed
brother.
away. Yeah,
Yep.
It's the parasailing vid. Wow, exactly. It does leave you speechless to think that gentleman was serving our country and he's no longer with us. But
But like I said last
Yeah.
week, you take it for granted where you're on that unit and you're experienced and
Right.
good at. That doesn't mean that the danger of parachuting doesn't go away.
Right.
Because he had logged a lot, and so when those guys are doing that, I don't care how good they are at it, how experienced they are. Things can go wrong, and they did. But so those guys are really putting their lives on the line.
well, God
day
rest
after
his soul.
day.
I mean, Colin and I the other night, we saw how much the military means to the community in San Clemente, and I think a lot of Americans feel that way. So, God rest his soul, and then God bless all our military.
100%.
So, Isaac Hernandez said, "I sometimes hear coaches or players say 21 personnel. What is that?" Well,
Do you know what that is, Colin?
Yes.
Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's the H-back, like tight ends ratio. And so 21, like 2 tight end personnel. Like, actually, they got 11, 12, 2 backs in the backfield.
So when you guys play other opponents, do you talk like that? Hey, if they come out in 21 personnel, we're going to do this.
Yes.
If they come out, okay.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we would say pro or empty or 2x2.
2 tight end set. Yep.
Okay, so long story short, 21 mean the first number is how many Backs there are. The second number is how many tight ends. And everything
The
else is
receivers don't get numbered,
Yep.
right? So if they came out like in 10 personnel, that'd be 1 running back,
Yep.
4 receivers.
12 personnel like king, queen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that means. Good question.
That's a
who
great
asked that?
question.
Yeah.
Isaac Hernandez, that's a great question.
Job, Isaac.
So J_S775 at J_S775 says Edison seems to be flying under the radar this year. What is your take on them?
I don't know. They're 8 in the county. I don't know if that's flying under the radar.
Yeah.
Their record isn't what it typically is, but they had a weird situation.
They got thrown
Remember
a huge curveball.
the whole Hawaii thing. They had
Yeah.
to cancel 2 games. Then they were down in San Diego. Then they were up in Palos Verdes. I mean, they're not flying under the radar. Edison's going to be fine.
Yeah, Edison's going to be fine.
You know, playing Helix on the road. Their whole preseason has been a mess.
Lost a tough one to Palos Verdes.
Yeah, no fault of their own.
Yeah.
Under the radar. I mean, no, they're not under. I would respectfully disagree.
At user/TZ9ER4DG5E. Wow.
Just say the name. Why are you no, go
Well,
ahead. Read every number like
yeah.
R2D2.
Don't be too hard on my Oilers. Their 2 losses are to undefeated and ranked teams. They will bounce back. Oh, yeah, they will.
Have we been hard on the Oilers?
No, I don't think so. I think
We kiss all these teams in the Sunset League. Like,
Coach
let's be
Brown does a
honest.
great job, and the Oilers are going to be back. Are you going to have to bleep that?
Hey, we switch it to butts. Maybe I shouldn't say that. This is a kids-friendly show.
PG.
Yeah,
This
just
will make
kill the volume on that one.
The bloopers version.
We're going to lose half our subs.
Yeah,
now.
the Oilers are going to be back, and you're right. No, the Oilers have played a tough schedule, so they're going to be fine.
All right. Moving on.
Anna Aguilar, our good friend. I really hope girls flag football blows up. You guys covering it will certainly help. Thanks for all you're doing. Hey, glad to be covering it. It's awesome. I went to the Edison Los Alamitos game on last Wednesday. It was exciting. Had a good crowd there and a lot of energy and a lot of good stuff going on. And the girls are competing.
Have you been to one yet, Colin? Have you seen
I've
them play?
watched our girls play. Yeah,
They're pretty
it's
good, right?
crazy.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
No, they lost in a tournament yesterday, but like CDM's like 8-1 right now. Like last week.
Well,
I
they
was
made the
looking at-
semifinals,
Yeah.
I think, and I think they lost to Harbor, right? Okay, yeah.
Max Preps last week had Newport Harbor 5 in the country and CDM 9 in the country, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're pushing it.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's fun and it's growing, and we kind of did that as a side project,
Yeah.
and we got more comments, I think, on that one than all of our other shows. So
It's going to be big.
There's
It's
a
gonna-
market for it.
Like right now, the rule in CIF, I guess, is you have to have 20% of participating schools for it to become a CIF sport. So I don't know, there's 500 something schools in CIF, so they got at least 120 this year. But just think the room to grow is going to be huge.
Well, the rumor has it that they're going to try to do some end of the year all-county tournament, which would be
Mission
like
Viejo.
CIF. Yeah, so we'll keep you posted on that. But
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. That would be, I mean, they're
Since
playing for rings in that
there's no
tournament.
CIF playoffs this year, the first year for girls football. So what's going to happen is possibly there's going to be a big tournament
Well, let me
at
throw
Mission
this
Viejo
out
High
there.
School, they're thinking.
If that's not under CIF, are we allowed to live stream that? Because
Ooh,
that's something
good
to think
question.
about. All
Yeah,
right, we might, and
Taryn,
we have 1,000 subs.
what do you
We
think,
could do
Taryn?
that.
We get Taryn live play-by-play.
All right, Taryn, just go back to sleep and play Clash of Clans. Yes.
At Chris Hames said, "You are forgetting Marina in the Sunset League, who is 2-2." You will see when we do our flag football presentation with Taryn today. Marina has been added, as has Laguna Beach.
So for those of you who don't know, in the Sunset League, we do all the football, which is the 6 teams you see week after week. But in all the other sports, Colin, right, there's Laguna Beach and Marina, if I'm not
Laguna
mistaken.
Beach.
Like you play them in
Yeah.
soccer, right?
So the whole thing with the flag football is, like I said, there's only 3 of us. We can't be at every game, so we're not like consciously trying to leave teams out. And the flag football thing was kind of a side project.
Yeah.
And our goal is to do a game a week and just kind of give them some love and some attention. But it's really kind of blowing up in a positive way.
Right.
So it's not that we don't want to cover them. We can only be so many places at a time. We got football games on Friday night. Saturday we're putting the show together. Sunday we shoot it. I'm married with 3 kids. They all play sports. Now you and Taryn have no excuse. You could go to all the games. I don't know
All
what
right.
your problem is.
Taryn, we just got
I
called
have an
out.
excuse. Okay, you have no mic either, so they have no idea what you said. Oh yeah, Taryn works at where you at? Ralph's Pavilion. So
Pavilion.
he's got a job. So what's your excuse, Dole?
I have none, I guess.
I appreciate your honesty.
He's got Sunday football to watch.
So-
Thank you,
that-
Colin. Thank you.
And
Well, they don't play on Sunday, not a problem.
NFL.
And I got to watch my San Diego State play on
Okay,
Saturdays.
who made that comment?
That comment was
Tom. No.
Chris Shames.
So Chris Shames, Dole has no excuse.
Chris
Direct your
Hames.
ire at him.
At Tommy Tar, our good friend, had a great idea. Play the Battle of the Bay game under the lights. referring to the girls.
Yeah, the only thing tricky about that is they play twice a year. Like with football,
Right,
it's
right.
a one-time event, so it's a
Right.
big deal. When you play twice, it kind of gets cut in half. And then what night are you going to play? You can't play Friday night because
Wednesday.
football. So we've gone to Thursday night games with football.
Right.
You just don't get the crowd at the night games. I'm not opposed. I love it.
We'll see.
But it's not a bad idea.
No,
I'm not opposed.
no.
But or make it some kind of event where maybe before the football game when the boys
Right.
play. I don't know. There's probably if you get the ASB on that and they.
What
find
do you
a
think
way
about
to-
that, Colin? You go to CDM. How would that game be under the lights on midweek? Like on Wednesday?
I know personally, like the lights make every game way more intense and faster.
Would you go on a Wednesday night if they
I
played
would
Harbor?
definitely go. I would definitely go.
And you got the stadium to do it. Like I get
Yeah.
it for you guys with the football.
Well,
but
both those
girls-
games are going to be played at the same
the
stadium.
sport goes both ways.
Yeah.
You go support them, they come support us. That's how we want to.
All right, let's do it. Well, do you know the ASB people at CDM?
Yes, I do.
All right, get in their ear. Are you in ASB?
No,
By the way, what's your GPA like?
I have a on the right track for 4.7 right now.
Oh my!
Okay, so you're one of the dumb guys at CDM.
Yep,
4.7.
I'm working
What?
on it.
Just for some perspective,
4.7.
if you get straight A's, that's a 4.0. If you get straight A's in honors, that's a 4.0. 4.7 means you're getting straight A's in AP classes.
All right.
That's
Hello.
like college cred
Hello,
stuff.
colleges. Colleges. Are you paying attention, colleges?
What's that movie with Jaime Escalante where they just died all summer to get that math credit?
Stand and deliver?
Yeah, that's like AP math,
Yeah, yeah.
but he's doing that for every class
Yeah.
and playing football and playing soccer.
Thank you.
How do you have time to be in the studio right now? Don't you have homework?
Oh, prioritizing.
See, he knows how to
That's right.
prioritize. And you have to leave soon. What do you have?
Media day.
What's that?
We're doing a photo shoot for the captains in our football.
Oh, it's a
team.
football thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
for football. Yeah.
All right, how are we on time? We don't want to get you late.
No worries. No worries.
Okay,
We're
cool.
good.
All
Hey,
right,
Tommy
let's go.
Tar gives a shout out to T-Rod. He says, you are the admiral of the Sunset League. There you go, T-Rod. And he's just saluted you, Tommy.
You know, I'm so proud of Taryn. I adopted him a couple weeks ago, and he's now officially my son. He does all the dirty work. He goes to the flag football games. He gets us footage.
Foot soldier.
Yeah, he's a foot soldier. He gets us better quality film than you.
Yeah, he does.
We might promote you, Dole. You might be over on the couch over there just hanging out while Taryn runs the show.
Keep it warm for me,
You're
Taryn.
trending in the right direction.
Keep
Taryn.
it warm for me, buddy.
Keep it up.
Oh, I got called out by our good friend Brennan.
He's back. I saw that. I was so
Shin's
excited.
dad.
Go ahead and read that. Send Brennan from Los Alamitos
Of San
down to
Diego
San
State
Diego
now.
State. Yeah.
Mo, your Aloha shirt game has been on point this year. Super proud of you. But Mr. Dole needs to closet the golf shirts or at least put some starch in the collars. Jiminy Crickets guy, when Mo upshirts you got to reconsider your choice in life. Okay, message received. Look at this shirt I'm rocking today. Classic, like 50s vintage lounge shirt. Look at this.
No, I'm thinking more Ralph Furley, but
Okay,
you know,
yeah, no.
So
But thank you for straightening me out, Mr. Brennan. I appreciate that. I will
it's
definitely
just
pay
nice
attention to my shirt.
that you're getting his ire instead of me, man. All last year I just got abused by that guy, and now he's coming after you. So I agree with you, Mr. Brennan, and thank you for calling out his poor fashion choices. My excuse for the Hawaiian shirt today is, I like them.
Yeah.
But you walk outside, it's 80 degrees, it's overcast,
Yeah, it
it's
reminds-
raining. I
yeah.
feel like I'm in Hawaii, so I may
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
just act like I'm in Hawaii, right?
Absolutely. So, hey, Cole, could we go to the slideshow, please?
Is that it with comments?
That is it with comments
All right,
this
good.
week. So, we do have the Johnny Cash Challenge still
This
going
might
on.
be the last week of Johnny Cash. We're just not getting the bites and the participation we had anticipated. It was well thought and well intentioned, but
Yep.
is it because
Still
the
open,
song's
though.
too hard, or
I don't know.
should we up it to like $10,000? You think we'd get some bites then?
Ask Taryn if that's in the budget.
Colin, if we offered $10,000 for somebody to come in and sing that song, do you think we'd get some hits? Or
People are gonna have to do the studying. but,
it's hard. Have you
yeah.
heard that song?
Which song?
"I've Been Everywhere" by Johnny Cash.
I think so.
Okay, it's a hard song to sing. So
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I wonder if he had a teleprompter when he sang that song, because
Even if you had a teleprompter,
it's yeah.
That's
maybe
just-
maybe we were being unrealistic.
that for even Johnny Cash to sing that song was phenomenal. But
I think he had a teleprompter.
anyway, moving along. Hey, Sunset Rewind, where are they now? Parker Awad, Edison High School class of 2023 graduate. You know where Parker is at?
Everybody I talked to said he's lighting it up at Golden West.
That's right.
And
Nice.
Golden West. I put class of
oh, look, he's going with a
2025.
little facial hair look at the mustache.
And that
coming
might
in.
change. You know,
He's got to thicken that thing up.
junior college is only 2 years. That could very well be class of 2024. He might be getting a scholarship after 1 year at Golden West.
Does he kind of look like Pedro Pascal a little bit, the guy who plays?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
All right.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Good looking kid.
Sunset League news. See what's going around the league this week. Hey, Jared Terry of Los Alamitos made the principal's honor roll at Los Alamitos High, so we wanted to share that and congratulate Gerard. He's getting it done in the classroom as well as on the field, so congratulations.
Good job, Gerard.
Congratulations to Joe McDonald. This is his 25th season as the Fountain Valley public address announcer. I can speak a little to this. The
Mission guy?
Harvey Oman,
Yeah.
who I went to high school with his son, and it was San Diego State as well, one of his sons.
He had that deep, distinct voice.
Eric Ekdahl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harvey, Mr. Oman's retiring after 41 years.
A way to one-up Joe McDonald.
No,
I mean,
but
after 25
just like,
years, he just ruined it for him.
Congratulations to Joe. Yeah, God, that brings back memories of being a kid. I can still hear Mr. Oman's voice. Eric Ekdahl on the carry.
I'll tell you a quick story. I gave up a sack against Mission, and it was to Bo LeBreton.
Oh, LeBreton
And
was a
after the
dude.
sack, I feel like an idiot and I feel bad. And then I hear this voice, Bo knows football. I'm like, dude, I just created that whole situation.
Yeah, this guy's a legend, Colin.
Yeah. Good times.
Alonzo Esparza was named one of the Los Alamitos, for Los Alamitos, was named one of the Los Angeles Times Week 2 top performer. The numbers he put up against Utah Timpville garnered him this honor. He went 17 for 23 with 351 yards and 3 touchdowns in
Look
that
at those
victory.
muscles as a junior. Like I've in my prime, I didn't look like that.
So he's one of the guys we're trying to get in here for quarterback karaoke. He would do Enter
Well, have
Sandman.
we even announced that yet?
No.
Oh, you
I'm
want it?
dropping a little
All
tease
right.
there. Yeah.
So in lieu of the Johnny Cash challenge, we got some other options because
Yeah.
that thing fizzled big time.
OC Varsity Helmet Sticker Award recipient for Week 2 was Nolan Oliveras from Fountain Valley. In that game against Bellflower, he had 7 receptions, 171 yards, which is good for a 24.4 yard average per catch, 3 touchdowns, and they did beat Bellflower 42-35. I was at that game. Oliveras was just a dude that game.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Los Angeles Chargers 2023 Coach of the Week nominee for week number 2, Ray Fenton of Los Alamitos. This is the 3rd week in a row.
No, there's been 4 coaches in 3
3
weeks.
weeks,
Remember,
yeah.
1 week they had 2 of them.
Nominated from the Sunset League, so the Sunset League coaches are getting it done. So congratulations to Coach Fenton.
Clearly, the San Diego Chargers know where the talent is.
That's
when it comes to
right.
high school football. So,
Well, don't you-
Oh, that's Terrence's team, right?
Yes, but it's Los Angeles Chargers.
What'd I say?
San Diego.
Los
Old
Angeles-
habits die hard. Yeah, that's
Well,
a big
isn't
no-no.
there kind of a connection between the Chargers and Corona Del Mar?
Yeah, Telesco, the
Telesco.
GM. You were just hanging out with him the other
Yeah,
night,
we
right?
were at
Tell
a
that
team
story
dinner
real
at his
quick.
house. Yeah, we do team dinners. I was at his house. We're having some nice barbecue.
That's
He's got to have a
awesome.
nice pad, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing.
And then Sarkeesian, congratulations
big
to
win.
Texas.
Congratulations.
Big win against
Coach
Alabama.
Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
And
Good
you
luck,
used to-
Brady.
Yeah, you used to hang out with
Brady,
him, right?
Brady's our boy. Yeah, we love him.
Longhorns
He's,
taking down Alabama.
He's got an outside backer for him right
Is
now.
he playing there?
Yeah, he's going to get some playing time soon enough.
Dude, that's
Congratulations.
awesome. But you used to hang out at their
Yeah,
house.
of
Where do they
course.
live?
They live, I'm not sure, but it's close by.
Okay.
Yeah. It was 2 years ago. We went to their house. We had some nice L&L barbecue.
Nice
Thank
pad?
you for that. Yeah, it was a
Dude, they
beautiful
have
pad.
to have a nice pad. I mean,
Beautiful
the
pad.
dad was the SU head
in the
coach,
porch
Texas.
shoots, I
So
think.
Yeah, congratulations to Steve Sarkeesian.
Yeah, I think it was in the porch treats.
and,
Good win. Good
and
for him.
Brady. Great job. Go.
that was fun. You know what?
Hook 'em horns.
I'm not a hater, but I love it when that Bama loses. I'm sorry, all you Bama
Yeah.
fans. Just like
Uh-oh.
it gets old.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna get some comments from Nick Saban now.
Fine. I hope you watch their show. I can live with that. We got Dave 2001 giving us crap about the Sunset League record. I can take some heat from Saban.
Mo wants all the smoke.
Yes, I do.
24 is the answer to last week's Fan Zone trivia question. Do
What
you
was the
remember
question?
the question was?
No.
How many teams have been at one time a member of the Sunset League? And throughout the history,
24?
yes, throughout the history of the
That's-
Sunset League,
I
there
would
have been
never
24
guess
different
that.
teams. Yep.
Wow.
In the rich history of the Sunset
Do you know
League.
what league you guys came from before you joined the Sunset?
It was Irvine League, right?
Was it
It was-
Irvine?
we were playing Woodbridge and
Taryn, what was
Yeah.
CDM?
Seaview?
I thought they were Seaview, right?
Seaview.
No, it wasn't. It was the Pacific Coast League.
Pacific Coast.
They're the
Yeah.
Pacific Coast before they joined the
Yes.
Sunset CDM?
Yeah.
All right.
And do you know who their last league loss was in that league to?
Oh, Taryn's got some
Dude,
trivia.
he's like a robot.
Woodbridge?
We don't know who. So the question was, I know you're not on the
Beckman
mic.
or Uni? Yeah.
They lost to
and Uni.
Beckman?
Beckman.
Yeah, this was probably back.
That had to be a long time ago.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
Back when they had the stars on their helmet.
Yeah.
But they avenged that loss in the CIF finals to Beckman.
All right, you're not on the mic, so nobody's hearing what you're saying other than us. But we appreciate that the inside turn. Did you see their old helmets with the stars? Did you know that what the helmets used to look
I think
like
so.
before the
yeah.
Trident?
They got old ones in the storage room.
Oh, do they?
Oh, that's awesome.
it's
Collecting dust.
Yeah, they used to have gray uniforms. That's Colonel Lamar.
You learn it
That's
all.
cool.
Here.
school.
Yeah.
So legendary Sunset League rolls on. There is perhaps no high school athletic league more storied and or celebrated in Southern California. Perhaps anywhere in the United States, Dave 2001, than the iconic Sunset League.
Nice.
So So trivia time. What school has spent the most years as a member of the Sunset League, and how many years has that school been in the Sunset League? Feel free to type in the comments if you know the answer, and we will
Do you want to guess,
give you the answer
Colin?
next week.
You don't know the answer.
I'm probably gonna go with Huntington Beach.
I would say them or Harvard. That would be my guess.
I'd say Fountain Valley.
Fountain Valley?
Valley.
Well, I'll
Wait,
let you guys know next week.
consistently or since the beginning, its inception?
The most years as a member.
Oh, at any
Right,
point. Okay.
right.
Huntington and Newport Harbor. were-
Harbor's,
It doesn't have to
Harbor's
be
deep
consecutive.
history in that.
I gotta think Creole's gonna be all over this one.
Oh yeah,
Or
Rich will get this. Yeah.
God, it's between them and Harbor. All right, I don't know. Look it up.
Edison, Los Alamos.
Put it in the comments. We'll give you a hat.
Most player of the week.
My man, Brandon, used to be Captain Han Solo, is now full bird Colonel Solo. He got upgraded. I'm telling you, he was playing like that guy from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that linebacker. after
Yes,
they
he was.
Wrecked his car. 5 tackles, 3 unassisted tackles, 4 tackles for losses, 3 sacks. Blocked the PAT in a 1-point game. Early on, I didn't think that was a big deal, but it ended up being kind of a big deal. They got the win, and I'm telling you, watching him fly around that game, it made me miss football.
You know this guy, Colin?
I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah.
Well, you'll find out in
We'll
a couple
find out
weeks when he
soon
plays.
enough,
Yeah,
too.
right now. He's
Yeah.
a good player, so keep your
Looking
eye out for
forward
him.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be a great game.
right.
So my
Good
player
job,
of the
Brandon.
week, dude, I'm going to go with Mateo Zavala, the kicker from
That's my
the
man.
kicker-
The
the kickers-
kicker from
kickers need
Modesto.
some
Yeah,
love.
you're a kicker.
Yeah.
You appreciate
Kickers need
that.
love. Yeah.
So this dude,
By the way, Modesto, I think, is the walnut capital of the world. Is that right?
well, it is it? I
You
didn't
know
know
that. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
Mateo can.
He led the
answer
team
that.
in points. He had 2 field goals and a PAT, so that's 7 points. And they won 13-12, so he was instrumental in that victory. The Oilers, tough fought game against Redondo Union.
And he
So
does not
congratulations,
like
Mateo.
In-N-Out Burger.
That's
Did you hear his answer? He said, "Heck no, I'm going to go home and eat some real food." What high school kid doesn't like In-N-Out? I mean, yeah, right?
Well, he must get some great cooking at home.
Possibly.
Yeah. What does he use to?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be a high bar at the Mateo
Yeah,
house because
jeez.
who turns on In-N-Out?
But congratulations, Mateo. Great job. Sunset Rewind started a new thing this week. We're going to recognize other coaches on the staffs throughout the Sunset League. The head coaches, we're always interviewing them and talking to them, but the assistants in this league are awesome. I mean, how great are the assistants at CDM? You can speak to
Yeah,
that.
we
Colin.
love them. Yeah, we have Nick Starkle. He used to play at San Jose State. And
Who's your special teams coach?
Our
Wasn't he-
special teams coach is new this year. It's Coach Starkle. Coach Stecker.
Right.
His son's on the team.
All those names
Dorset
sound the same,
Stecker,
right?
Yeah,
He was a
Dorset-
pro guy, right?
Yeah, he played on the Saints.
So what does he bring as far as special teams? You guys have a bunch of trick plays
Mm-hmm.
dialed up and all
He
kinds of.
immediately since last year we've been focusing. We have meetings on special teams. We focus. We have a big WWE belt that we
For like the
give out.
special teams player of the week?
Every week we
That's
get. I have it
awesome.
this week, so I'm
Oh,
holding on
nice.
to it. I could have brought it in, but
Props.
Oh, dude, we love
giant
props.
belt. It says special teams.
You
and-
got it?
Yeah, I got it this week. But
What'd
every
you do
week
to
it
earn it?
changes. You just have to perform on the game.
No, but what did you
special
do to
teams.
earn, like-
Last week I had the onside kick and the
Oh,
field
that's
goal.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
God dang,
Yep.
you guys should have won that game.
So that was a big thing, and immediately we have drills every segment. In each practice we have at least 4 special teams.
Does he
periods.
work on the technique component
Yes,
of kicking?
of course.
So how
Major.
Talk to people out there the difference between kicking a field goal and kicking a soccer ball, like say on a free kick. Are there
I mean-
differences? Is it subtle?
Kicking the PATs is it's just a chip shot.
Okay,
You
so that's
just gotta,
easy.
it's just like chipping a ball in the goal.
Where you
But
going
from the
field
left
goal?
hash or right hash, does that
Left half,
change?
right hash. It definitely playing soccer helps because you know how hard you yank the ball. If you're righty, you yank it hard left. If you're lefty, you yank it hard right.
Like
So
on a field goal,
it
you gotta
definitely
drive the ball
helps
more.
knowing that when you farther back you go, you got to have more power, but you got to be careful of shanking left to right, just like a golf swing.
Or too low and then
Definitely
Yeah,
science.
exactly.
There's a science to this.
Does he talk about the mechanics? Like, does he look at your mechanics and say, "Hey, turn the hips"? Like,
He's
little
not
things
as
like
much
that?
as kicking because he definitely played like personal protector on Pine
Right.
NFL.
So he's more about the
Jet,
scheme and the X's and
all
O's
about
and-
all
okay.
about that. Huge profit for us.
And then my man Ketchum, he's a low sal guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway,
Ketchum.
yeah, you got a great stuff. I like those guys.
So the Barons are putting up a lot of points, so I wanted to give a shout out to our good buddy, Coach Ryan
Son of my man
Washington.
James Washington, UCLA, Dallas Cowboy, world champion.
Super Bowl winner. What else is James Washington famous for?
This is getting old news, but if your dad will appreciate this. Tecmo Bowl was the game back in the day, and the different little 8-bit action figures or digital people had different skill sets. James Washington was the best. If you had him, you were going to win 90% of the time.
So his son, Ryan Washington, is doing a great job as the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Good young coach. He will look at this guy right here on your screen. That will be a head coach one day. I mean,
100%.
He is a great guy, understands football well. Fountain Valley's putting up a lot of points. What he's done with Noah Banua this year has been amazing. So congratulations to
Drop
Coach
28 on
Washington.
Tustin, at Tustin. Nothing wrong with that.
You are the Sunset Rewind Coach of the Week.
By the way, it is so hot in here. And we're drinking coffee. What is between the
raining
humidity,
out.
the
It's hot,
coffee?
yeah.
It's humid.
Oh my God.
It is
Dying.
humid. We would turn on the AC, but then, yeah.
I love doing this, but are we almost done?
Well, let's look at the
let's
Sunset
get through
Week
this.
schedule. We'll go individual games here. So first game up, Huntington Beach versus Marina, the oil versus water game.
HB 2-2, Marina 2-2. Now Marina beat Fountain
Ancient
Valley.
rivals.
Yeah, no, this is the oil water game. Something Taryn was telling us about. Marina's kind of on the upswing.
Yes.
I
saw them against Fountain Valley.
I'll just say this:
They got
Huntington,
a running back, a dude for a running back, Marina does.
Yeah, just don't think you can show up and take care of business. You're going to have to really work hard this week at practice, get it done, attention to detail. I like Huntington. God, with that defense, I'm going 28-7, but you guys got to work and earn that. Just don't think that's going to happen.
Jackson Brown and Jack Gerasitano and the rest of the Oilers are going to get it done. Huntington Beach, 28. Marina, 24 in a close rivalry game.
Let's do it.
Fountain Valley takes on Canyon on Thursday at 7. Another Thursday game. I believe they'll be at Westminster High. Fountain Valley 2-2. Canyon coming in at 1-2.
So their one win, Canyon, was at Fullerton. So they beat a solid team. Fountain Valley is one of those teams like Huntington. You're never sure what you're going to get. But like Huntington, when Fountain Valley brings their A game, they're the real deal. So Fountain Valley shows up. They're locked and loaded and focused. Big game for them, big opportunity, because now you're kind of jockeying for CIF, and all the wins you get in the preseason kind of add to that component. I think they get it done. I think they've kind of learned their lessons from the losses they had early on. Give me the Barons 28-10.
Yeah, interesting game. Good matchup game. Two teams that are looking to improve their record. You said Canyon beat Fullerton, who's usually pretty decent. I think the Fountain Valley offense, though, this week ultimately is going to be the difference in the game. I look for them to put up a lot of points, like they've been doing most of the season. I'm going to say Fountain Valley, give them a field goal, too. Fountain Valley 38, and I'm going to go Canyon 21.
That works.
Oh, the game of the week in the
running
county.
with the Devils.
That's a good one.
That's a game there.
3v4. Yeah, so the Orange County Register comes out with their top
Yep.
150, and they rank all these players. Mission had the most. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to go through everything because we'd be here all day long, but the thing that stood
Reef
out for me,
Lancaster, Mark Schroller, Daxon,
yeah.
Crispin Gooley, Philip Bell, the list goes on.
long story short, they got 3 offensive linemen that got D1 scholarships.
Yeah.
UCLA, San Diego State, Colorado State.
By the way, thank you for not bringing up yesterday.
Oh, you mean when UCLA gave beat down to... Although I was kind of bummed because now that St. Brennan's there, is you Sunset League guys kind of move on and play ball?
For those of you who haven't heard Mo and I say this 1,000 times, he went to UCLA, I went to San Diego State. And
That was the Mo Dole Bowl.
yeah, yesterday UCLA kind of, anyway, back to Los
Nobody
Alamos.
cares about our problems. It's going to be a heck of a game. I'm going to be there. You're going to Edison, San Clemente. That's going to be another monster game. We'll
that's
talk about
another
that in a
monster
second.
game.
Long story short, I think they're going to go down there and take care of business. Give me the Griffins 24-21.
Griffins 24-21. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome game. I think it's going to be close, like you just said. I'm going to go a little more on the points side, though. I'm going to go Los Al 35, Mission 31.
All right, I'll take that.
Edison versus San Clemente. This is another top 10 matchup, although the rankings will change. They'll come out later this week. But as of we made this weekend, Edison was ranked tied for 8th with Corona
Colin,
Del
break
Mar.
this down a little bit. I mean, you
San
know a little
Clemente
bit about Edison. You certainly know a lot about San Clemente. I mean, is there anything about San Clemente that Edison should be prepared for? And not that you need to help them, because I know they're your enemies. But
Definitely, yeah.
when you look at San Clemente, what was the one thing that stood out above and beyond the ambience and the home crowd and that whole thing? Like, just in terms of personnel.
I mean, obviously, physicality.
That running back.
They know what they got. They play Palos Verdes just like we did. Big physical team. Definitely be prepared for physicality, and it's all grit. That's what San Clemente brings.
So let me ask you this. Compare San Clemente to Palos Verdes. Would you say they're very similar in terms of personnel and kind of how they play?
I mean, definitely San Clemente did their research. They watched the Palos Verdes game. They came out in 2 tight end set the first drive.
22 personnel, kind of.
22 personnel.
Yeah.
And but I mean, overall, San Clemente they were definitely, you could tell their coaches were on it.
Right.
And they came out and prepared everything they could to try and beat us.
Here's the interesting thing. Like when we get in the league and we're trying to handicap who's going to play who,
Yeah.
we've got some common opponents. Like CDM and Edison had a very similar score
Right.
against Palos Verdes.
Both lost.
So
by
let's
3,
just say San Clemente beats Edison by a touchdown or two. It just shows you how tight the Sunset League is.
It
It's
is,
really hard
yeah.
to figure out. Like from week to week, I don't know who I've got winning the
San
league. or finishing
Clemente is a
second or
great
third.
team, but like I said in the review show, that I think San Clemente plays CDM 10 times. They're going to split 5-5.
Yeah, so long story short, I'm not going to read all these studs on San Clemente.
No,
I mean,
they're
you get it. They got a
numerous,
quarterback who's
yeah.
going to Villanova. They're physical. But it'll be interesting to see what that score is like. Kind of like CDM versus Palos Verdes. Edison had their chances and could have and should have probably beat Palos Verdes. This will be a tight one. I'm going to take them 22-21,
Wow. So they go for a 2-point conversion to win.
and that's the difference. That's what I'm calling.
Edison goes for a 2-point
And they're
conversion.
going to run it right up the middle. They're going to get physical on it. I'm telling you. Dive.
Yeah, I like having seen San Clemente in person. Great team, a lot of good athletes, well coached. Like Colin said, still going to go with the Chargers though. Chargers get the job done, 24-21.
And then CDM's got a bye.
We got Newport going down to San
Oh,
Diego.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Newport's
Skipping
going down
ahead.
to St. Augustine in San Diego this Friday. So
I don't know anything about St. Augustine. I looked at the teams they played, and I don't know anything about their opponents.
Right.
I know it's a road game down in San Diego. Taryn, you're like waving your arms around. What's up?
I was basically agreeing with you. I don't know anything.
You were stretching. Oh, he threw him up like he gave up. Okay.
Well, the Sailors got to bounce back
Right.
after a tough game at San Juan Hill. So I'm going to have faith in our Sailors, and I'm going to say they go down to San Diego and they come back home on the bus with a 31-21 victory.
And can I just say something to all the fans, the parents, and people online? These kids kill themselves in the weight room,
Yes.
on the practice field,
Yes.
watching films. The coaches have spent more hours
Yeah.
breaking down their opponents than they probably spend with their wives and children.
You
And I
should
don't
see
mean
the-
that in a bad way, but like these guys, if you pay them by the hour, they're working for less than minimum wage.
Well,
My point is this. You're not going to win every game. And I
No.
know it sucks when you lose.
No.
And it's frustrating. And fan is a short word for fanatic.
Fanatic.
Right? I get it. But sometimes just take a breath, enjoy the moment. Like San Clemente and CDM was the perfect example.
dude, you should have seen this guy on the sideline before the game. Like, he's running out there, and I see him, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm not even going to get in his way. I'm like, you were so laser focused. I'm like, I'm not going to, I'm just going to let him do
Well,
his
that's
thing.
like when I went to the Downey game and Christian Brooks, he was in our studio a week earlier, just walked right by me. I'm like, I just talked to this guy a week ago.
Yeah.
You didn't say hi, but
He was a
you're
man
in
on a
the
mission,
zone. I
yeah.
get it. Like I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This guy plays middle
In the
linebacker.
zone.
Yeah, he can't be like hanging out and
Yeah.
wasting
You
time
gotta
with us.
get, yep.
Great kid, by the way. But my point is this. Look, when they lose, it sucks. But at the same time, you got to take time to smell the roses and
Yeah.
just enjoy the journey. Like
Yeah.
the San Clemente environment was great. The backdrop, the fans, just being a part of that. The
camera
that's
work.
half the fun. Yeah,
high school
yeah. Well,
football.
that I would be upset about, and that you can yell at and complain all you want. But
Video.
just enjoy the process, enjoy the game. You only get to do it once, and so
Yep.
let these guys just be kids. Let the coaches coach. They all know what they're doing. We've talked to all the coaches.
Yep.
They know what's up. I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox.
So our Corona Del Mar Sea Kings have a bye this week. So what do you got to do during the bye week, Colin?
We still have practice, but we're not going to be in pads. But definitely,
Yeah, rest up.
definitely a lot of work to do mentally and get prepared for.
Hit
Are you
the
guys? Are you
weight
going to
room.
scout anybody?
I believe our coaches will be on.
Are you going to go to any games just as a fan?
I don't
or?
think so.
No?
Well, I got to focus on what I got to do. to get
Grades?
better.
You're 4.7?
Yeah, got to keep up that.
He doesn't have time for football on Friday night. All
So if you want to watch Newport Harbor, Huntington Beach, or Los Alamitos live streaming, these are where you can find those games at these addresses here. So go ahead and pause your screen on YouTube if you want to write down this information. Oh,
Mando.
famous alumni of the week.
So a kid, Cody Kellogg, actually got it right, sort of. He said, "This was." I'm not going to read the clue from last week, but this guy. Let me just read it. If that is Mando, the actor is Pedro. It's Pedro Pascal. But I looked at his bio, and no Sunset League schools are listed as his high school. The other actor who played Jango Fett is from New Zealand, so then he has got a bunch
I
of
think
dots.
the Pedro Pascal, he went to Los Al when Los Al was OC School of the Performing Arts.
And that's exactly it.
Okay.
Back in '83, Los Al had this little summer camp for theater, and then in '87 they actually got a charter out of it.
Right.
It was attached with the school, so they take math and English and science at Los Al, but then they'd go to OSHA, which was on campus.
Correct.
My wife went to Los Al, and I can't tell you how many times we're sitting there watching a movie. She's like, "Oh, I went to high school with that guy.
Right,
oh,
right.
I know her."
Yeah.
We, they graduated a lot of actors. So in '87, it actually became OSHA. He was a part of that. So that was Pedro Pascal. He went to Los Al, even though it was OSHA under their umbrella. And then in 2000, they relocated the campus to Santa Ana.
Right,
So it's no
right.
longer there. But for a while there, Los Al was graduating a lot of actors and actresses. Tara Manning. I mean, I can go on and on, but that was a part of their history. And so Cody Kellogg got it right. So Cody, come on down. You get a hat, or we'll buy you lunch at the Goose if you're over 21.
So who is this week's famous alum of the week?
Okay. Let me find a clue.
Well,
All right.
that's a big hint right there.
Yes, and why did I delete it? Hold on. Oh, no. I did delete it.
Your clues?
My clues. Do you have it by any chance? Okay. I'm not going to read the clue, but I'm just going to try
Well,
to
I
paraphrase.
can give
remember
you
it.
a clue.
When this actress wasn't busy dating one of her students, she was walking the... I can't say that either because I'll tell where she is. All right. Where did she go? Who is she? Let's just leave it at that.
And yeah, there's a movie that she was in.
Yeah, where she was hanging out with one of her students. We can
Okay.
say the movie, can't we? Or would that give it away?
No, I don't think it would. I mean, you either know her name or you don't.
I can't believe. I spend like all day getting my notes
Colin,
together.
do you know who
and
this
then when it's
is?
time to step
I
up.
don't think so.
Oh, really? Does the plane kind of give you a clue?
They remade this
Definitely looks
movie
like
a couple years
old
ago.
Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Good.
Well, that's all we're going to
She's
give
the
you.
instructor or something like that.
Yeah, right. All right. We'll leave it at that. Who is she and where did she go?
All right. Well, got anything else, Coach?
Yeah, we're going to end this session on a song. Now, we talked about Sunset League players and kind of back
You
in
got
the
a
day.
song?
Well, I don't have a song, but this guy has a song.
made a
And
song?
Why? Oh, man, we were just dropping the ball today. This is frustrating.
Here,
Those are my emails.
you want to use my
No, I got it.
iPhone?
We're going to do it this way. Oh, my God. Let me get through the YouTube. I had this all queued up. I'm going to skip it, so just be patient.
Free advertising.
Free advertising. All right, so this guy, Jared Schnorr,
Oh.
from Edison, was 3 years old. His mom was a
nice.
cheerleader at Fountain Valley. This is real. This is a 3-year-old Jared Schnorr playing the drums. Let's just hear what he has to say. Why, no thanks. Let's close this out.
Standing up.
Look, he's even got the hair. He looks like a rock star.
That's awesome. Wow. Dude, he's crushing it.
Dude, I mean, he's 3 years old. And by the way, this is on YouTube, so I didn't like get footage of some kid and. All right, I can't take much more. But Jared, first of all, that's why I
Wow.
never bought my kids a drum set. But I was impressed, right?
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Dude can play.
Yeah, he can play.
How's he play now, I wonder?
Well, let's ask him. We'll bring him
Yeah,
in. Maybe he wants to
yeah.
come in next week. Colin stepped up.
Special guest.
Yeah, special guest.
That's awesome.
All right, we good?
We're good. I think that's going to wrap it up for another episode 5 of Sunset Rewind. Fan Zone Edition for the 2023 season. I'd like to thank Colin Penny for
Thank
being
you
with
so
us
much
today.
for having me. I really appreciate it.
Let's do this
Come by
again, man.
anytime
He's
you
I
want,
like
yeah.
hanging out with this guy.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Click subscribe on the YouTube channel right there. If you want to go on Twitter, follow us at sunset_rewind. And on Instagram, sunset_rewind. Don't forget to look for updates from Taryn Rodriguez, our social media director, always putting stuff on there. Again, thank you to our reporters, Taryn Rodriguez, Nick and Emma Burns, Eric Ramos, producers, directors, Murphy Cargis and Cole Menzinger, and the whole Sunset Rewind crew, JP Media, JP West. Thanks for all your contributions. Another great week, Coach. Not the way we wanted it to end, 1-5, but it's always great to be covering the Sunset League.
Resiliency is the key word I associate with the Sunset League. They will bounce back. They'll be fine.
Next week will be better. Take care. God bless. Talk to you next week.